Hi everyone, it's me Josh, also known as Frogman Forever. Happy Tuesday. It is currently 6:28 p.m. March 30th, 2021. Beautiful Tuesday evening. I am starting a brand new project and I realize I'm not on camera. Oh, here I go. Boom. That's better. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well today. I was taking my time trying to make a decision on what I was going to play next. Long story short, I decided to go with Super Mario 6 or Super Mario RPG. I haven't done an RPG yet via stream. I was a little hesitant to get on an RPG right away, mainly because of all the time that it takes typically for RPGs. They tend to be kind of long. Particularly because of grinding. Super Mario RPG is no exception. However, the length of the game is not too bad. So, yeah, playing this twice a week, I think I could manage it. When I play this game generally, I tend to kind of overlevel, but this will be a nice little challenge for me to do it on stream because I'm going to kind of just try to do most of my grinding on camera. And tackle each boss probably at about the level or maybe even below the recommended level. So it'll be a nice challenge for me. Most times I play this game, I kind of tend to breeze through it because I do over grind. So this will be an interesting project. But it'll also be a good way to test out RPGs in general for me via stream, since this will be a first time experience. So yeah, this is a great game. I've played it so many times. I know it pretty well. I know how to get most of all the secret items and unlock a lot of the secrets in the game. So it's been a while since I last played through the game. Definitely a couple years since I last played it, but I used to play it every year or every so many years. So yeah, super fun game. Definitely holds up today, I think, even though I haven't played it recently, but I think I could say that pretty confidently. Pretty solid game. I want to say it was one of the last games released for the for the Super Nintendo. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was towards the life, or towards the end of the Super Nintendo life. I'm playing this on the Super Nintendo emulator on the Wii with the classic controller. I actually do have the console and the original game. I don't have it in front of me, but I was a little hesitant to play that version just because it's been a while and I had a little bit of trouble playing it with Mega Man X, and I just didn't want to go through all the trouble of setting it up and everything. So call it laziness on my part, but I think I'm just gonna proceed with this version. It's a great version. So yeah, I did a couple audio runs. It's kind of hard to tell how loud the game audio is going to be because we're just on one of the title screens, but we'll see how things pan out as the game progresses. If I need to adjust anything, I can do so. And yeah, as we kind of get up and rolling here, just trying to think if there's any last thoughts I should throw in before we start. I think I'm good. I went ahead and started a new file. Just thought I'd name it Frogman. Makes sense. There is quite a bit of dialogue in the game. And I'll try my best to mimic the characters, but I'm no voice actor. So, yeah. I think I'll start in about 20 seconds. Just gonna take a drink of water, and we'll begin. I think we're gonna get a little bit of a cutscene here. Very fun game. I'm excited. I always am to play this game. It's always a good time. Alright, well, 10 minutes into the stream, I think it's time we jump right in. So, let's begin. We're treated to a little bit of a cutscene here. I just want to make sure my mic audio is coming out, so I'm going to play the playback right now real quick. Yeah, it is. So yeah, just there you go. Princess Toadstool just kidnapped. The classic Super Mario story. And Mario to the rescue. Oh, and just in case I hadn't pointed them out, I can't remember. I think Kevin was here for the last stream. And also Milo Scotty. I was going to point him out, but I think they were in the last stream, so never mind. I like to introduce new followers before we begin too. I think we're good. Alright, so here we go. We're in the castle. Walk around. They don't give you a lot of tutorial, which is nice. It's kind of a classic feature I like about old school games, is not having someone walk with your hand, or have someone holding your hand the whole way through. But you kind of pick up on things as you go. Right now, just know how to move with the controller. If you want to get all daring and play around with the controls, you'll notice if you hold the Y button, you'll start running. As with a lot of, Mario games. And then you have the jump. And if you press the start button, nothing happens. Press the select button, nothing happens. Press any of the other buttons, nothing happens. So our controls are pretty limited at this point. Alright, we're just going to walk right in. Alright, and as you walk in, you kind of notice there are little enemies walking around. Guess what? If you run into them, we have ourselves a battle. Sure, classic RPG. Alright, so we have a couple options here. It'll indicate it with the buttons. Items, we don't have any items, so can't do anything. If you press the Y button, we have a special jump attack. You could use some of your flower points if you want to. I'm going to go skip over that. You could just defend. Doesn't contribute anything except that, it'll potentially decrease the damage you take from an attack. Or you can just do a basic attack. We'll just do basic attacks. It's pretty simple at this point. There really isn't much to say, honestly, at this opening part. And actually, I don't even think you get experience for these early fights. So it's just mainly an opportunity to practice fighting. If you time the hit, you can do a double punch. And you can also hear a little sound effect it'll make to indicate that you've done it correctly. There's that little echoey sound effect that shows up, tells you did it correctly. Plus you can see the animation. Mario does 2 punches instead of just the 1. So that just comes with the timing. Alright, so this is a required battle. I went ahead and skipped the other guys since we're not getting any experience for these fights. Sometimes you can block attacks too. Like that, what I just did. So you can kind of see Mario kind of crouch. That tells you you blocked successfully. And it reduces the damage you take. So far we're blocking, we're only taking 1 damage instead of possibly like 2 or 3 or however many the game designates it. I never really understood too much of the numbers and how all that stuff works, but alright, so you proceed, and now we can't go back. I think you could fall in. Oh no, the game won't let you. Later on you could fall in. But for now, we proceed. Now we're in this room. Now it looks like we're in a black and white room, but you can see some color up there on the chandelier. I love this music. Alright, so we have our first boss fight. Don't let Bowser bruise you, Mario. I forgot to hit the A button. Mario, prepare yourself for the great beyond. The great beyond. Alright. And Mario's actually going to be our silent protagonist. We're not really going to hear him talk in this whole game. But this was also before Super Mario 64, and they had not yet hired Charles Martinet, I think that's his name, the voice actor of Mario. So he doesn't really have a voice at this point. So it kind of works out. The silent protagonist, that's kind of your tradition with RPGs. Of course, not all RPGs follow that formula, but you know what I mean. Alright, so we have options. We can jump. Since we're in a battle, we might as well use it. We're going to get our flower points replenished at some point anyway, so we'll try it out. Now we have, if you scroll, now, so by default, you can attack Bowser. Your natural instinct, if you're playing for the first time, is to attack him. But you can also attack the Kink Link. If you're playing around, you can kind of move the D-pad and see that there are more than one target. No, you can't hit Peach. So let's try hitting the Kink Link. I already know what to do here, but you can attack Bowser, but honestly, it's not going to solve anything. Battle's going to keep going until you die, of course. And now that we timed that attack twice pretty effectively, we have a cutscene. What was that sound? No! It's a chain reaction. Hang on, Kink Link. Yeah! Coming, Mario. Boom. Alright. Fight, Mario! Fight! There's no one to fight. Just grab onto the chain. This should finish you. Oh, I guess Mario didn't realize the chain was going to get hit off anyway. Regardless. Here we go. Mario's sad face. Just like, alright. That's it. I'm falling. Wow, did you think I was just going to give her to you? You're always in my way. This is it. I'm going to take you out, Mario. Ah, foiled again. By the way, I don't know how long I can hold these voices, so if I need to change it, I will. Oh, Mario. You had me so worried. Let's get out of here. Shriek! Mario, I'm going to fall. I don't think people would yell shriek, though. I'm pretty sure it was intended to just be the actual shrieking. I love the sound it makes when it crashes into the castle. So there you go, that's our prologue to the game. Something has gone wrong. And now we see stars. Giant stars. Hey Mario! Lots of people use something called a door to go in and out of their houses. Anyway, I came by to pick up Toadstool since she's a bit late. Alright. If you don't press anything, you're just literally going to hang there for forever. So, might as well hit the jump button. Hop on out. And it looks like we're home sweet home, as our clothes are hanging there, and we have another hat there. Mario's got 3 hats. Alright, you can also press this if you're so inclined to go back to sleep. Now, if you press the buttons, you can kind of see that you can actually access the menu at this point in the game. And I pressed the X button, excuse me. And so you have options here. You can look at your items. We don't have any items. We have 10 flowers. That's our mana or our MP. Magic points, if you will. And we got our HP at 20, level 1. If you look at our status, it'll give you information about speed attack, defense, magic defense, all that good stuff. It'll tell you when you're going to level up again, too. We need 16 experience points to level up. Max level in this game is level 30. You can go down to your special. It just shows you what moves you have. And we learned that we learn a new move at level 3. And you go to equipment. We don't have any equipment, so we're stuck with what we have. Special items, nothing to report here. So there's not much we can do in the menu at this point. Alright, we'll continue. No other buttons will do anything at this point. I'm kind of pressing them just to make sure, but no, we're good. And if you walk over here, you see we have a little thingamabobber we jump on. And it's a save point. we'll record over Skinny P. That was when that old, I guess TikTok or Vine or whatever was going around at the time. Alright, so anyway, Frogman. Here we go, Mario's pad. Starting off, as you see, I already have a completed file at the factory. That's basically the last destination in the game. Alright, so we'll continue on. Saved game. And we'll move on. Hey, I thought the princess was here with you, Mario. So where is she? Mario, what's with the silent treatment? You're not telling me something. Oh, see you at the game, Joe. It's Bowser again, isn't it? Oh no, here we go again. Mario, would you please bring her back like you always do? Well, sure, I guess so. Alright, here we go. So we're going to head back to the castle. Let's go save the princess. So we start off, look, we're at Mario's pad. Can't go anywhere else, but back to Bowser's Keep. Alright, here we go. Into the keep we go. Let's go save princess. Save the princess. Halt! Who goes there? A trespasser? This castle now belongs to us, the Smithy Gang. It's our first step towards taking over this world. And if it weren't for nosy characters like you, we'd practically own this world. So let's see you deal with this. Hamana, 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 hamana. And there goes the bridge. Alright. So now we're at Vista Hill. If you go back into Vista Hill, you're treated to the same lovely cutscene of nothing happening. We have nothing to do. We have no bridge to cross. We can't access Bowser's Keep anymore, so we head back to Mario's pad. It's our only stop. And now Toad's not here. We'll walk around. Maybe he's in the house. Oh, look, he is in the house. Let's go say hi. You're back so soon? Did you forget something? No? What happened then? Oh, hi, big man. How are you? Welcome. Just playing some Super Mario RPG. Good old classic. The bridge to Bowser's Keep is out now. Just wonderful. We must inform the Chancellor of Mushroom Kingdom at once. Let's go, Mario! Alright, so we're gonna head on out. I guess we'll save the game again, so we can keep things nice and up to date. Saved. Good. Did you beat 64? I did. I beat it on last Tuesday. Yeah, it's been a week. So I started a brand new weekday project. I have quite a few Mario games on my list, so I figured, I'll just throw out another Mario game. Yeah, we're doing an RPG this time. Indeed. Oops. Excuse me. Oh, that bump on your head reduced your HP level. One of Mushroom Kingdom's famous items ought to perk you right up. Receive the mushroom. Alright. You know how to use items? Of course I do. I'm Super Mario. Oh, I see. You're just so well-traveled and experienced, Mario. Exactly. Now why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. Ah, I remember. I came to warn you that Mushroom Way is swarming with monsters. I just barely made it back here in one piece. Mario, please do something. Perhaps I can help? You know about Time's Hit? Yes, I do. Hey, you better watch out. He knows about Timed Hits. He's gonna punch your lights out. So Time's Hit is basically just the mechanic that I kind of went over at the beginning. It's if you time the attack, then you can get like a double attack out of it. And also you can defend with it and reduce damage you take. So it's just a matter of timing hits. And then also I can go over the items too. He's got more bark than bite, huh? Now why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. That's right. We need to tell the Chancellor about Toadstool. I'll see you over at Mushroom Kingdom. Just in case, take these with you. Alright, so we got 3 mushrooms. So, now that we have items, if we so wanted to, we can use the mushrooms to heal up. And you can do that here in the menu, or you can also do that during battle. I only lost 1 HP, so I'm not really going to sweat it. I'll just save my mushrooms. Alright, so we head on down. We're gonna, we have one destination, it's Mushroom Way. We're gonna start there. It's basically your first level, where you actually fight enemies. You can avoid them, or you can run into them and start a fight. I like to just kind of start a fight with everyone who's in the way, just at least once, just to kind of get the basic amount of experience that you would get playing the game through. So we have options. We can jump, we can use our items now that we have items. We can defend, or we can also run away if we don't want to do the fight, which doesn't always work, it just depends. And then of course we can fight. We're just going to fight for right now and just kind of monitor our HP levels. So even though I think I defended that second hit, oh sorry, I hit my controller. Yeah, I still took damage. There you go. Best RPG. Officer Otter, you filthy animal. Welcome. Yeah, I remember you were telling me this is your favorite one, right? Your favorite, one of your favorite games of all time. It's very good. I definitely enjoy it myself. I like to come back to this game every so many years. For sure. Gino and Mallow, baby. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was kind of trying to... I still haven't really decided who my final team is going to be, but I'll try to mix and match everyone at some point. Yeah. Do you have a favorite combination of player? I know obviously you're stuck with Mario, but who are the other two that you would play with? Would it be them, or would you mix it up? Especially for like the final boss. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, just kind of fight every single enemy. Basically do the same thing while watching my health the whole time. This week is Monster Hunter Rise. For this, that's on the Switch, right? You were telling me that they have it ported on the Switch, or that's like the main release for it. I think I have one of the Monster Hunter games. $3! The first Call of the Frogs of the day. Welcome, $3. How are you? Switch. Yep, it's an exclusive right now. PC later. Okay, yeah, I think I have the PC version. Good evening, Frogman. Good evening, $3. How are you? Boom. $3, have you played this game? Also, if Big Man, if you're still here, have you played this game before? Or at least maybe have you all heard of the game or seen gameplay of it before? I'm quite swell today, waiting on some food to be delivered. Ooh. May I ask, what's the dinner plan for this evening? What's on the menu? I'm glad to hear you're doing well today. I have not played this, don't know much about it. You're in for a treat if you want to stop by from time to time and watch. It's a great game. I always recommend it to people who've never played it. Definitely worth it. It's an RPG, but it's not a very long one, and it's not a particularly difficult one either. So if you're new to the RPG scene, it's definitely a recommend for newbies to RPGs. Thai, Chinese, Domino's, pizza. Hey, all right. Always a good time with pizza, but now I want Thai. Nice. That sounds delicious. Is it a main chain pizza or a local chain? Ooh. See, if you time those attacks or those, if you time your defense well, you won't even take any damage with these guys. So, and then of course, I didn't point it out, but yeah, you do get experience for every fight, and then you get some money sometimes. You don't always get money, and sometimes you don't always get experience. It just depends. And let's see. Yeah, I think I'm still okay in health. I'm at 13 out of 20. Just as long as we don't let it get too low, we'll be alright. I love how a lot of the enemies are Mario themed. That they didn't just do nothing but brand new enemies. But you do see quite a few brand new enemies too, so it's a nice mix. Can I get a preview of the crappy Kermit voice? I don't know if I should save for it or not. I assure you, it is crappy. I don't know what to say, so I'll just read off the chat. Can I get a preview? Hold on. Can I get a preview of a crappy Kermit voice? I don't know if I should save it or not. Save for it or not. 7K. Yeah, would you get good, what is it, a good solid 5 minutes of that? Just quality commentary there. That's not too bad. Okay. Well, it is crappy Kermit voice, so I will make no further excuses on that. Definitely save for it. You could do voice impressions. I don't know about that. I think Officer Otter is the better guy at those impressions. I think you've mentioned before that you do impressions, right, Otter? If so, I'm gonna have to get that out of you on one of your streams. Your impressions are terrible. I'm sure they're not that bad. Everyone's their own biggest critic, right? Mario reaches level 2. Alright, so we leveled up, and you get a little boost on all your stats. So we went from 20 to 25. Also, when you level up, I believe they give you a free heal, so I don't have to worry about healing. I'll double check that, but yeah, we should be good. Our attack power goes up from 20 to 23, defense from 0 to 2, we didn't have any defense. Magic attack from 10 to 12, magic defense 2 to 4. And then also you get a bonus, and you get to choose one of 3 things. So these vary from level to level, and it also varies from character to character, I want to say. I think. I could be wrong about that. But like if you click it once, I haven't actually selected it, but I can kind of preview what it's going to actually do to my stats. So I'm at 23 attack, it'll take me to 24. I'm at 2 defense, it'll take me to 3. If I try the HP, it'll give me an extra 3 HP. Or I can take the magic attack bonus, jumps from 12 to 15, or magic defense 4 to 5. You'll kind of tend to notice that every level up, one of those 3 bonuses is actually going to be better than the other 2. Not always. I think sometimes they all seem kind of the same, but it's more a matter of preference, really. Generally, I like to give Mario power, but since the bonus is only going to give him +1 on each, and HP is always going to give you, at least a couple more points. And we did already get a 5-point boost on HP, but if you look at our magic attack, that's a 3-point boost. That's a pretty good magic attack bump. So I think I'm going to actually go with the star power. That's our magic power. I think that's the way to go. So I'm gonna go with that. Did you say magic defense? Is there magic? Oh, I missed that. I do terrible everything, although I feel some Mario quotes are alright. Magic, did you say magic defense? Is there magic in this Mario game? There sure is. It wouldn't be, see, this game is kind of, it's great because it's like an homage to, like, Final Fantasies and, those, I guess they're Japanese RPGs if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it's pretty great. They really, the developer of the game is Squaresoft, and they became Square Enix, and Squaresoft made some of the Final Fantasy games and everything, so them and Nintendo kind of collaborated. It was a beautiful recipe for this game. So yeah, you definitely see a lot of like Final Fantasy type elements going on, but everything's still Mario themed, so it's a great recipe. Yeah, Mario's fireballs are like his magic power, and he also has the power of jumping. Phew, my life was flashing before my eyes for a second there. My Toad kind of sounds like Mickey Mouse. Here's a little something in return. Received a honey syrup. Okay, I actually started reading that as Toad. Okay, so anyway, we grabbed some coins. Coins are our currency in the game. You can see we have, we got 17 coins. And also, let's see, am I forgetting anything? Oh, we got a honey syrup, so that actually will recover flower points. That's our MP, our magic. And we still have 32 experience points before our next level. Yeah, nothing else much to report here. We don't have any equipment yet, so we're basically walking around naked. There's an enemy hiding back there, so I like to take advantage of like any experience along the way. Especially since I'm not going to be super grind heavy at this point in the game. I just want to make sure I get as much as I can. Try to clear out all the enemies on the way. I was going to say your Toad voice may need some work. Okay! It's like really raspy, right? I don't think I can maintain the raspy Toad voice for the whole... But then again, I don't think we're going to be running into Toad too often. Alright, so that... Oh, look, we got another guy coming out. Trying to be a hero. Trying to win the Bowser's Minion of the Year award. Alright, now that... With that HP max thing, that just means that we basically get a free heal. So that's always a good thing. We don't have to use any items to heal up. Sometimes you get lucky, like when you're really low on health and maybe you don't have healing items, you could get one of those bonuses and it'll heal you for you. And that's always convenient. Whenever I try Toad's voice, people say I sound like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm curious what your Toad voice sounds like. That's a great show, Sunny in Philadelphia. I think I've seen all the episodes except maybe the last season. But I was like really far behind. I didn't start watching it until like maybe they were at season 5. I played a little catch up on that show. It's a great show. When I get excited, I also sound like Charlie. I could kind of hear that actually. I would have to hear it again, but yeah. Hey, that's a compliment. Yeah, that actually is a compliment. I love Charlie's character. Charlie is the best. Definitely. Yeah, I would definitely take that as a compliment. He's a very likable guy too, Charlie Day. Really brilliant guy too. I like his movies, or like the, you know, and basically anything that he has any kind of influence on. He's great. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just keep on attacking. Oh, sorry, my Nightbot. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Actually, I don't know if there's anything up there except an enemy. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. We'll fight the enemy. So, let's see. What else is there that I haven't really addressed for this game? I think I've covered like all the basics of the game. Yeah, you do. We do get introduced to some more characters as we progress, and we'll get to fight side by side with some of those characters, and we'll have to worry about their stats as well. But right now, it's very simple. The game is excellent at just kind of guiding you slowly through it, getting you used to the game and the mechanics of it, getting used to combat on your own, and then when you have an extra character, it makes it all that much easier, because then you could just focus on each character's strengths and weaknesses and all that stuff. Boy, that was a close call. Sounds too much like Mickey. Here's a token of my appreciation. Here's a flower tab. All right. So the flower tabs, you can actually use these two to replenish your magic, but they'll increase your max flowers. So, you know, if I equip the flower tab, I think it maxes out my flowers at 12. I think the box is like 3 or 5. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it says it right there. Raises flower points by 1. I'm all trying to think about what it is, and it's right in front of me. Charlie is my favorite on the show for sure. Now I just want to watch more It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I know, right? My fiance and I love that show, and we'll watch it quite often. We'll always come back to it. It's like that one and The Office. Of course, they took Office off Netflix, and that sucks. But yeah, like default shows like that, when you never know what to watch, there's always like reliable shows like The Office and Sunny in Philadelphia and things like that. So we're just about done with this. Oh, thank you for the ribbit. Yeah, we're almost done with this screen here. And we'll just press on. Yeah, there's really, I think we covered everything there is here. Oh, actually, you know what? There might be a secret box, unless I think I might be thinking of somewhere else. There's like hidden treasures in the game. Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna sweat about collecting all of them. There's actually one that if you don't collect it, you'll never get a chance to collect it again, and it's coming up very soon too. I would, and honestly, there's no real incentive to collecting them all either. You don't get anything special from collecting all of them, so I'm not gonna sweat it too much. But yeah, that's I can afford 50. Currently 4.7. Wow, yeah, so you're climbing up there. I have to think about maybe adding a couple more channel rewards, because the ones I have are basically what I started with, but I have to get creative. A couple other options. 7K. Oh yeah, so you're not too far. 5 minutes of listening to the real Kermit. As like a different channel redemption. I don't know how I would manage that. I'd have to bring Jim Henson back from the dead for that one. Let's find out where he's buried and practice some magic. Some crazy magic. Or just play old, you know, like a soundboard of Kermit. Like I'm just like limited to a soundboard of anything that could be said. I have to figure that out. That might be an interesting idea. I have to set limits on my channel redemptions, especially the new one for Monster Hunter. Which one you got going on? People spamming it? I used to have Hydrate on, and then I took it off because I was concerned about the spamming on it. But then I realized, or I found out later, that you can actually limit it. So I may go back to putting it back up. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I do need to drink more water, like just in general. So it's probably for the best. And I started not paying attention to my health. I'll just go ahead and heal up since we have mushrooms. And I think it heals either 20 or 30. I can't remember. 30, okay. So we're good. We're at full health again. Of course, if you time it just right, if you're paying attention to like your stats, you can kind of see if you're going to level up soon. And then if you could plan it out just right, you could just take advantage of that level up to heal and you don't have to use any items. But it's early in the game. I don't mind using some mushrooms. Like if you look right here at status, let's say I got 9 more experience points to level up. So if I think I could survive, you know, to long enough to get those 9 experience points, then I might not heal and then just wait for the level up to heal me. But you know, I'm kind of cutting it close there, so I'll heal up. And I have the items, and it's early enough, so this guy will come out. So can I ask a silly question? How are you playing this game on the Wii? So my fiance very generously got me a modded Wii years back. It has like the full library for Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis. Very, very cool gift. So I have the full libraries on the games, and I'm playing with the Wiimote, but it has the hookup for the classic controller, and so it works just like the regular Super Nintendo controller. So it's a super it's a great gift. It's one of my favorite consoles to play because of that because of that access now. But it's an emulator. Yeah, the game this week is the new Monster Hunter. Redeeming will force me to take a selfie in-game. Hey. I didn't know you could do that. What do you mean by that? Like, do you hold the camera up, or does the game have like a camera feature? That sounds neat though. So you can be taking lots of selfies. Pirate alert. Yar! Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is a very generous gift. I feel kind of bad because like we forgot where the guy lives, and we also didn't want to be like weird and ask him. But like before, we couldn't afford to upgrade it further at the time. But he had offered like for an additional, I don't know, $50 or however much money it was. He would have also modded it with like the full N64 library. Looking back on it, I kind of like wish that we did, but you know, honestly, it's a great enough gift as it is, and I'm very happy with it. So, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Photo mode in the game. Cool. I have to check that out. I have to do that to you once. I'm sorry, officer. We have to I have to see how that pans out. I want to see it. I made it a tad expensive because people would be sabotaging me nonstop. I may have some points saved up, so. Hey, are you looking at me? My hammer and I don't like you. Well, you don't even know me. Mario, you better be careful. He's definitely got a mean streak. I don't think I can maintain that one for too long. Okay, I guess I gotta walk up to him. By the way, let me see how my leveling is. I'm at level 2. So I only need 5 more experience points. I'm gonna level up to level 3 before I fight this guy because I'm so close anyway. So sorry, Toad. You're on your own for a little bit. He'll be all right. He ain't going anywhere. Sabotage. Should I say tadpole expensive? I thank you. Orfish, welcome. How are you today? Sorry I'm late. I had to do some stuff and didn't notice. Oh, you're good. Brand new project today. Playing first RPG on the channel, at least for streams. I should probably heal up. Well, actually, I'm about to level up, right? I think I can survive this. Nope, I didn't. I died. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, next time I think I'll just, since I got shot pretty far back, I thought I was going to survive it. I'll go ahead and let's see. Oh, you know what? I can fast forward too on this dialogue. That's a cool little feature too. You can do the fast forward. Oh, I pressed the tutorial. I did the tutorial. Oh, I got it. See, now you can look at how he heals and everything. So, Orfish, you actually didn't end up missing anything because I basically got set back a bit, so you're good. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about getting back to level 3. I think I'm just going to... Oh, look, I got a tutorial battle too. Great. Teaching me about timed hits. So, Officer, $3, you've already watched what I'm gonna be replaying, so I do not take offense if you guys want to leave. Totally understand. Oh wait, he's just trying to teach me how to do the jump attack, and then right before you hit, that's where you press Y. He's basically just teaching you how to time these attacks, which is useful if you're new to the game and you're not really sure how to do that. Alright, read about him. Great. Alright, we just skip through more dialogue, blah blah blah. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button, there you go. Fast forward, fast forward. Alright, now we can go back on track. Okay, so always save your game and watch your life, because if you don't save your game, you lose it all. You go back to start. I love the music in this game, although RPG music gets pretty old quick. Yeah, that's true. Especially like if you're just like doing a lot of grinding, then definitely. The texturing in this reminds me of old PC games too. Yeah, I could see that too, definitely. But then again, I didn't play a lot of old PC games, so I don't really know what I'm comparing it to, but I'll take your word for it. Oh look, I'm at level 3. Did it save my level then? Oh, that's cool. Well, then I don't have to do this again. Wait. Yeah, because I learned Fire Orb. Hey, okay. Hey, so I guess it wasn't a complete loss. We still maintained all the experience we had. And we leveled up. Okay, I thought I was back at level 1. Alright, we'll check it out. So here we got our bonuses. 26 to 28, so we get a +2 attack bonus. 30 to... It's just a 3 HP bonus. That's kind of your general boost, I think, for HP. 17 to 18. I'm going to go with the attack. I definitely like the attack boost. It's going to help us, especially with Mario, because we're going to... When you have Mario... Mario is the one party member that... I'm going to wait for these guys to cross. Mario is the one party member that you actually can't switch out. He's like a required guy for... I guess I'll save Toad. For all battles. So like basically like you'll get like 4 other playable characters and you can battle with up to 3 at once, but you're locked in with Mario regardless. And then the other 2, you can pick whoever you want. So because Mario's kind of locked in, and his magic is pretty cool, and that's also worth leveling up too, but generally I need him for offense. But his magic is good too, especially if you get the stats on it pretty high up. Geno, yeah. Geno's a favorite. I think a lot of people... I guess that guy just appeared right at the end. A lot of people are big fans of Geno. I'll admit, when I was younger, I didn't really like playing with Geno, but I appreciate him a lot more now because he's like your basic like magic guy in terms of like magic attack. And he's got a lot of great moves too. He has this one move that if you time it perfectly, it'll deal 9,999 damage, which is very high for this game. It's the highest possible amount of damage. Of course, you have to time it well. And Otter, I don't know if you know if it works on bosses. I don't think it does. I think it only works on regular enemies. I could be wrong though, which if it does work for bosses, then that's like basically overkill. I guess I'll save this guy too. The fighting in this game is too funny. It is really silly. Just because like traditionally with Goombas, you'll step on them, right? But in this game, you'll just straight up punch them in the face, which you can also do in Mario 64. Of course, that was after this game came out. Toad is so dramatic. Yeah, these Toads, they're a little too dependent on Mario. I think they get a little... I don't know what the current status of Toads are. I don't know. Otter, you tell me. You were most recently playing, or not most recently playing, but you had recently been playing Mario 3D World, so I don't know what Toad's personality's like in that game or if much has changed. I don't think... I feel like Nintendo characters don't really change too much, too drastically over time. But yeah, we get another flower tab. So I actually have 2 flower tabs, or did it not save my items? Oh no, it didn't save my items, but it saved my experience. So that's good. I'll fight this guy, whatever. But you have to pretty much frame perfect. Oh, for the Geno's, I think it's Geno Whirl. I think that's the move. Yeah, I would imagine it would be harder to time if it is actually possible to use against the boss. And it probably wouldn't kill him either. I feel like the bosses have pretty high HP. Well, I don't know, maybe it would. I guess we could just continue on and go ahead and fight the little mini boss. I think it works on bosses. I rarely land it. Okay. Maybe I'll try it at some point, just to kind of test it out. You can play as a Toad in 3D World. Okay, so yeah, they are playable. Oh yeah, so we already read this dialogue here. Oh, your pizza just arrived. Gonna lurk a bit. All right, well, enjoy the pizza. I hope it's good. Hope it's nice and tasty. Good meal. Sounds good. Now you got my hammer angry. You shouldn't have done that. Cowabunga. Nice. Yeah, so we have a good game. Turk says he's sorry he missed you. He had to work late today. Oh, that's all right. Totally understandable. Tell him I said hello too. I appreciate it. Thank you. By $3. So these guys are just like your basic boss fight. I mean, you could really handle them anyway. You can use the magic. You can just use the fire orb, or you could just attack them. I didn't even check my HP before I started the fight. Oh, I guess maybe it started me fresh. We'll go ahead and just showcase these. So I'll use the basic jump attack. And it deals quite a bit of damage. Alright, Valor up. I don't remember. That might increase like his magic defense or something, or maybe his attack. I haven't paid too much attention to that, but well, anyway, we'll do Fire Orb so we can showcase this. Hit Y repeatedly, so you're just pressing it as fast as you can. And you can deal some pretty heavy damage that way too. And like I said, you know, now we don't have enough flower power to use another one of these moves. We only have 2 out of 10, but we can always increase it with the honey syrup. But I'm gonna just go ahead and go back into attack mode. We're doing pretty well in health, and this is a pretty easy boss. I think this is hammer time attack. I think you only need another hit or so. Yeah, they're not too difficult this early. It's your basic first boss on your own, so nothing too challenging at this point. We get some experience. There's nice money, nice little flower jar. I think that's an increase by 2 or 3. I think maybe it's 3 and then the box is 5. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. Thanks, Mario. I was running so fast I wasn't watching where I was going. Mushroom Kingdom's just ahead. We're almost there, Mario. Hey, where did this hammer come from? Hey, do you know what this is? It has a Hammer Bros insignia on it. No one stands a chance against you when you want them with this. Oh, you never know. It might come in handy. Picked up a hammer. Let's get a move on. I'll see you in Mushroom Kingdom. Gonna be quite a few toads there to butcher their voices with in Mushroom Kingdom. You can time the jump for the special jump, right? Yeah, I think you can. Oh, you can't. Wait, oh no, you can. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've never really timed it that well, to be honest with you. I don't know the timing of it. I guess I always just assumed it was like right before impact. How much defense do you have? Let's find out. 5. I think you start with 0. Those are our stats. Next level at 12. I'm not gonna. I could stick around and level up with another fight, but I'm gonna go ahead and proceed because we'll get more opportunities to grind. I don't need to heal up either. Too, we're at full health again. So we'll head on over to Mushroom Kingdom. It's our first, it's like town, our first destination. Oh, you know what? I didn't even equip the hammer. Should probably do that. So if you go here, now we can. It says pounds enemies. Very simple concept. All right, so yeah, and if you look, right now unarmed, we're at 28 attack. 28, 5, 17, 7. Move this over. All the other stats stay the same, but we move from, what, 20, what was it? I'm sorry, 28 to 38. There you go. So that's going to help. And we can also see it featured in the battle, too. You could smash those enemies, right? So you could walk around and talk to people. I don't know. I don't know how much I really want to like talk to everyone. I think I'll just talk to like select people. Some characters might give you items. I don't remember, but it also just depends. 1, 2, 3. Think I might practice enough? I'll jump as high as you, Mario. Sure. Yeah. Aw, yeah. Anyways, my man, I'm off to get my stream ready shortly. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you, officer. I appreciate you taking the time to watch and hang out for a little while. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a good stream too. And yeah, I'll see if I can stop by on you too, especially to try to get you to take a selfie. I know you will, because the game is awesome. Hell yeah. Just walking into a random person's house and talking to the child jumping on the bed. That's true. It's a different time, you know. It's a different time. Well, and also you have to keep in mind, everyone looks at Mario like a hero. I mean, this is the guy who has basically saved their princess. You know, like everyone trusts the guy. I mean, this guy is just like, he's the hero of the town. So you know, it's a little different. I think yeah. I guess when you put it like that, it does sound kind of weird. Hey Mario, look what you're standing in. Ah, gotcha. He stepped in poop. No, I know he didn't. That was just the joke. Let's see. Oh, yeah, actually, I think we see these characters later, so we'll talk to them. So this guy's name is Raz. Say, hey, Mario, guess what? Rainy isn't just a friend anymore. We're getting married. Hooray! Congrats. Do you happen to know of a good wedding chapel? I sure don't, because Princess Toadstool just will not commit to me either. Or maybe it's Mario who doesn't commit. I don't really know. Nintendo doesn't really have good lore for Mario and Peach. I'll take a drink of water. One of them isn't committing. Anyway, it's so nice to see our young ones having a good time. There's the elder. And it's the little boy running. Let's see. It says, Mario, let's say you and I get hitched in a few years, okay? Just give me time to grow into my mother's wedding dress. Okay then. No thank you. But, you know, keep dreaming. Oh, also, if you jump on her head and you just stand there for a while, there you go. Mario gets all disoriented. What do you have to say? I hope my grandchild turns out to be just like the princess. And you have this little building with a little star spinning. That means it's a shop. This is a great era of gaming where it looks super funny to see people going super fast. Yep, for sure. This is a great game. I love it. Absolutely. Oh, this guy's playing looks like a Game Boy or something. Oh, shut up. Don't talk to me now. Oh, shut up. Aw, now look. I lost because of you. Sucker. Hey, come on up. This guy's taking a nap. Let's talk to him, why don't we? It's not like I'm always sleeping. Yeah, because that's what Mario does. He creeps up on the sleepers. You can talk to the innkeeper, and you can pay to rest overnight. But we're good. We're good on health. Oh, I should probably save the game so I don't end up back at Mario's pad once again. Okay. Let's see. What else is there to see? Okay, we already went in that building. Obviously the castle's up there. That's where you gotta go. But first, let's also check out this. Oh, let's talk to this toad. A lot of creepy looking thugs have been sneaking into town. Not on my watch. I'll freaking bring out my bazooka. Oh yeah, and then you stand there and you get in trouble. What do you think you're doing? Get off of there this minute. Is he gonna keep kicking me off? I guess not. Oh, maybe not if I stand there. Alright, so we talk to this guy. Mario, what a pleasant surprise. One of Frogfucius's grandchildren is running errands in town today. I haven't seen him though. Oh, you're here to shop? What are you looking for? There you go. Now we can buy things. So we're pretty good on mushrooms. We have it'll tell you how many you have. We have 3 there and number owned. We have honey syrup for magic. Pick me up. So I definitely want to buy at least one of those. They do cost 5. We have 37 coins. Revives down allies. So I mean, we don't need it right away because we don't have another ally to fight with. But I'm gonna grab one anyway just to be on the safe side. Able juice. I honestly never really use able juices when I play this game. Heal status problems during battle. They're useful. I might just get one just to have it, but yeah, I don't typically use them. And then of course Mario doesn't have a shirt or pants, so let's it's a shirt. It's a shirt. I love how the description there. It's a pair of pants. And there's like an exclamation too, so you know it tells you they mean it with emphasis and excitement. All right, so anyway, we're gonna grab a shirt, grab some pants. Mario's gotta put some pants on. So use jump attacks against any foe with the jump shoes. I think I'm not really sure the reason or what that's for, but I'll go ahead and buy it. There's also an antidote pin which prevents poison damage. I'm gonna buy both. Can I afford them? Actually, I can't, because I need 30 coins for that and 28 coins for this. However, let's go to equipment and let's equip the shirt and pants. Now you can see, actually, I'll take it off. Take it off, Mario. Take it off. So this is attack at 38, defense 5. But if you equip the shirt, it'll bring up the defense to 11. So 5 to 11 and 7 to 13. That's a pretty good boost. Yeah, we definitely need some equipment. We don't want Mario walking around naked all the time. If we look here, wait. Oh, pants. We actually, that's not for Mario. Never mind. Mario only wears a shirt. He doesn't need pants. They say plumbers don't wear ties, but Mario doesn't wear pants. Alright, so anyway, we don't have anything really of much value to sell. I guess we could sell some mushrooms or whatever, but I think we're just going to work with what we got. You go down here, this individual is going to tell you about these hidden treasure chests. I order you to stand before me. Okay, so go ahead and stand. I now order you to jump. So we'll jump. In this world, there are things called hidden treasures. Use your awesome jumping ability to find them. So, there's a couple here in this room, actually. Can't remember exactly where they are, but if you jump around, you can discover a couple. I think there's one over here-ish, but I need her to walk over in order for me to reach it, so I'm basically just like waiting, but since I have an emulator, I can fast forward. I don't have to wait for her. But otherwise, you're just standing here waiting in real time. Yeah, I'm still fast forwarding here. As you can see, this individual really likes the corner. Alright, let's see if she comes closer here. I don't remember exactly where it is. Maybe here? Could be this way? Maybe it's over here somewhere. Let's see. I guess we'll stay on. You can see how you would just kind of wait for a long time for this to happen on its own, because you're basically at the mercy of the computer. Uh-oh. No. Nope. No, Granny. I don't know if you're a Granny, but go the other way. There you go. Nope. Maybe here? There we go. I knew it was around there somewhere. So you can either just kind of walk in and out of the room until she kind of positions herself in the corner, or you can just kind of wait around, or if you have an emulator, you could fast forward. At any rate, we get there. Sooner or later, we get there. I'm going to do one quick save here. There's actually one treasure chest that if you don't get it, you'll never get it. I'm not going to sweat too much if I don't get it here. I don't want to spend too much time resetting the game and trying to get it. And as I mentioned earlier, there's really no incentive to getting all the treasure chests in the game. It's just a matter of like, oh, did you find them all? Mario, hurry, the Chancellor awaits. Alright, so basically there's going to be a point here where Toad's going to start running, and you have to like climb on their head and do this like jump to get there. I don't even know if I'll be able to do it, but I'll try. Mario, there you are. I'll tell the Chancellor you're here. I'll wait for you down the hallway. Okay, so if you like jump on Toad's head. Oh, I missed it. Okay, well there you go. That was our one and only chance. Unless you leave and come back in. Nope, never mind. So typically, if I really cared about all the treasures in the game, I would reset the game and just try it again. But I don't care, so it's okay if I miss that one. Essentially, what you have to do is you have to jump up on his head, like, and jump up. And I think like you actually might have to jump like towards the door to land on like this like invisible platform. And then if you jump up from there, then you get like a hidden treasure chest. But I thought there was another one in here somewhere too. Could be thinking of a different part of the level. I think I am. That's okay. We'll move on. Now we're in Toadstool's room, where all the magic happens. How did someone find that out? I have wondered that myself. I don't know how anyone would have found that out besides just... I guess just the player's guide. Like, honestly, if anyone found that out without even knowing a player's guide or even hearing about it from someone else, like, they must have really been playing around with things and jumping around on people's heads and everything. I don't know, that's crazy. You're right. I don't know how anyone would have found that out without word of mouth or the player's guide. The princess hasn't returned yet. Can you imagine how the Chancellor must feel? It's probably a nervous wreck. You can kind of like look around her room. If you go explore by the fireplace in the corner here, actually I think it's over here. Oh, I missed it. It said found Toadstool's question mark, question mark, question mark. Hey there. What do you think you're doing? I'll give you this in exchange. Just leave everything where it was. It's like, what was that item that he found? I think you can kind of surmise a couple of possibilities. Anyway, we got a mushroom. So we'll leave her things away. Even though I literally just went back to check and see if anything else happens if you go there. But anyway, let's refrain from searching through other people's things, okay? I don't know if that actually triggers anything if you do that. I don't think it does, but you get an item out of it. So there's that. Alright, you talk to this Toad here. I'm guarding the treasure room. Sorry, but you'll have to get the Chancellor's permission to pass. So we can't go in there yet. I think if you do a little more exploring, you might find something here. Could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. This looks like our guest bedroom. Talk to this Toad. The vault guard better not be goofing off while I'm cleaning the guest room. Vault guard seems to be doing their job. Alright, so we'll head on in. The game obviously wants us to go see the Chancellor. Let's go see the Chancellor. Now we have kind of a cutscene with some dialogue. Sir, Mario has arrived. Okay, so we'll go right up to the Chancellor. Mario, thank goodness you're here. Apparently walking into walls is cleaning. We heard an explosion or something at Bowser's Keep. It was so loud I almost dropped my spores. Excuse me. Where's the princess? She departed for your house hours ago. Yeah, about that. I fear the worst. Could Bowser somehow be behind all this? Spore's alive! You're telling us that Bowser has abducted the princess again? Never mind. It will be up to you to enter the keep and rescue Princess Toadstool. Why is it always up to Mario? I guess, wow, because he happened to be, you know, with her at the time? Okay, never mind, whatever. I love the little sequences where he's explaining things. It's brilliant. Because he's like your silent protagonist and he doesn't actually say anything, but then when you get those moments, they're excellent. Yeah, he's definitely a great actor. Egad! The keep is unassailable? What awful power is at work here? Mario, her life is in your hands. Please, save our dear princess. Alright, yeah, you got it. Oh, Mario. I almost forgot. This may not help you, but why don't you take it along? Got a map. Mario! Forgive me, but I can't stop worrying about the princess. Go to the cellar and prepare for your journey. The vault guard shall assist you. He lets us leave that time. Now you can jump around on people's heads, as Mario does. Jump on the Chancellor's head. Does he have anything back here? Nothing. I didn't think so, but I figured I'd try it out anyway. All we can do is wait here. Don't let us down. Wait, hold on a second. All we can do is wait here. Thanks for the help, guys. Just give it to the Italian plumber to do everything for us. All right, come back here. All Nintendo games have that amazing sequences and other little things compared to the newer games. I know there's like a lot of charm in this game. Come back here. I don't even know what voice to give Mallow. Oh no! That reptile stole my grandpa's coin! It's kind of like I'm kind of giving him this weird, crappy Brooklynish kind of accent. I don't really know why. I have to play around with the different voices. Boo-hoo-hoo, sniffle. I can't cry. Big boys don't cry. But it's just not fair. What am I gonna do? Whee! Whee! Yeah, the charm in these games is fantastic. I love how you can just, like, literally walk by him. You don't even have to, like, I mean, obviously you have to talk to him for something to happen, but you can just kind of go about your business, go into someone's house, leave. Still raining. Yep. What is he, a Lakitu Cloud or something? Oh, you'll learn soon. You'll learn very soon who this guy is. I'll go ahead and save the game here. All right. Let's talk to him. I don't know if Toad will say anything if you start talking to him. Rain or shine, I stand watch. But this is getting ridiculous. Okay, so and then obviously they go inside because it's raining. Let's see what they say. You catch a death of cold. Come on, let's dry off. But I want to play outside. So nice to see our young ones having a good time. Yeah, he still says the same thing. Old, maybe Grandpa's marbles aren't all there right now, so I don't know. Raz, does he say things? Hey Mario, guess what? Oh yeah, you know, we already talked to you. We said that. Okay. I guess the only people whose dialogue changes are these guys. Go inside. Let's see what this guy says. It was that reptile. He's the one who stole my wallet. But I let him get away. Let's see. Well, maybe you shouldn't have let him get away. Just kidding. Don't you need to go to the vault? Hey, yeah, you're right. I do. Thanks for reminding me. Sometimes I get so caught up in the game, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, let's talk to this guy. You're absolutely right, Oarfish. Thank you for the assist. Mario, the Chancellor has filled me in. Come, let me show you around. Alright, cool. Let's see. I mean, you could talk to him, but I'm just going to start opening these chests. He'll talk to you anyway. So this is a coin. So yeah, the small one's worth 1, large one's worth 10. This one's a 10. Cool. And we got a flower. The more you gather, the more flower points you'll have in battle. Find him. This mushroom will restore your hit points and flower points. Unfortunately, mushrooms you find as items only restore your HP. So beware. Okay, cool. That's basically it. If you go back in, it's all still used up. You can ask him about flower. Oh, wait. Crap. I just assumed the default was no. Oh, okay, no, never mind. I did have it right. I misread it. Okay, so anyway, yeah. That's your magic, of course. And then, like I said, we do have these tabs. And I could use these. Oh, I didn't get my answer. So this one's raised the flower max by 1. And this raises your max points by 3 for the flowers. And there's also a flower box, which raises it by 5. I can use those now if I want to, but I kind of like to wait until I'm low either on inventory or I'm low on flowers, because it'll auto like refill. Not auto refill, but it will refill all your flower points. I think I saved it, but I'm just gonna save it one more time because we're about to basically head out of this area. That's one thing you'll kind of come to know about me, is that I always do save the game like quite often. Although I'm basically contradicting myself, because earlier when you basically jumped in Oarfish, I totally forgot to save. So I'll try not to make that mistake too often, but yes, gee, you're soaking wet, aren't you? I'm all right now. Sorry, there's nothing like a good cry, but why was I crying? There was some reason. My grandpa asked me to buy some things for him here. When I walked into town, that croc stopped me. What a croc. Oh yeah, he took it from me. He stole my coin. I chased him, but he's way too fast. Mario, let's see how you're going to take care of Bowser. Wow, he doesn't stand a chance. Wow, you're the Mario? I know all about you. You've got more jump in you than a box of frogs. Hey, there's a frog reference. I gotta throw a ribbit in there. He said frog. I'm Mallow from Tadpole Pond. I'm a frog. But can you believe it? I can't jump. Embarrassing, huh? There you go, Oarfish. You heard it from him himself. He's a frog. The call of the frogs has been initiated by the wonderful Oarfish. Thank you, Oarfish. This is a box of frogs. It's a box of frogs. We got a whole bunch of frogs here. How about it, Mario? Will you help me catch that filthy thief? I'm a little busy. Nah, I'm just kidding. Sure thing. Alright, the young frog, Mallow, who doesn't look at all like a frog, joins Mario in his quest. So there you go. Now we have a party of 2, which means we can have Mallow fight alongside us. We'll just kind of check his stats real quick. Let's see, Mario only needs 12 experience points to level up. Mallow needs 18, so he's got some work to do, and he's already behind a level. If you just look at, like, if you compare the stats right off the bat, you see Mallow's obviously slower. He's a little less leveled up. His attack is only at 22 versus Mario's 28. 22. I don't remember what the second number's for. I think that's more like on a critical hit. I'm not too sure. But anyway, it's lower. Defense 5 to his 3. Magic attack 17 to 15. Magic defense 7 to 10. So yeah, he's not as strong right now. It's your basic. I mean, obviously he doesn't have, and I think if you go to his equipment, he doesn't have anything equipped. Although we bought him some pants. That's for Mallow. Yeah, Mallow wears the pants here. So he's at 3 defense. We're gonna raise it up to 9. This will also bring up his magic defense by 3. So now at least Mallow's got some pants to wear. Isn't Mallow the healer and buffer? What do you mean by buffer? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I can tell you Mallow, at least for the time being, is our healer of the party. And he's also the one who's going to have some excellent magic powers. I don't know if he has any... We don't have any special items yet, so that doesn't matter. But if you go to the special, you can see Mario, of course, has Jump and Fire Orb. Mallow starts off with a move called Thunderbolt. And that's an attack that will, there you go, hit wide just before the bolt ends. It actually attacks multiple enemies at once. We don't have an attack like that up until now. So that's pretty great to have. Like buffs other teammates. Oh, okay. I think Gino has a move that does that. Mallow, I don't think has a move that does that. But he does have a move that will heal. Although we don't know it yet, so we're basically stuck with just using mushrooms to heal at this point. It's still early. I think we're good. Good to go. Oh, and then we have the map now. We did get a map, so you can kind of see how large the overworld is. Orphish, I don't remember if you answered. Have you played this game before? Like, are you pretty familiar with it? Or is this all, like, brand new? Yeah, as we can see, ultimately we got to get over back to Bowser's Keep. The bridge is out on the right side, so we have to go all the way around to get back over there. And honestly, I don't even think there's a bridge on the other side. I think we have to find a different route to get there. But for the time being, we're helping out Mallow a little bit. Okay, so you kind of have you probably have a general idea. Have you played the game though, or is that what you mean by a little bit? You've played it a little bit, and then. I think we're good on health, so we don't really have to heal. I don't know if anything changes if you talk to this boy over here. I don't think you're supposed to be able to access anything yet. There is something in store later on, but we'll go ahead and visit the item shop because this guy talked about Mallow earlier and mentioned that he hadn't seen him, so... Just played a bit up to Mallow. Okay, so you have... So you... Basically, around this point in the game, I would guess. You haven't gotten as far as Gino. He's the next character that you would unlock. Hey, Mallow, what kept you? I was starting to worry. Wait until you hear this. You see... Wait, who's talking here? Wait, I've already heard. Old Frogfish has told me. He seems to know everything. Hold on. Listen, the truth of the matter is, well, the coin was stolen. What? Well, if that's the case, I guess we can't trade. What a shame, huh? Well, what a jerk. No, I get it, though. He's got a business to run. Oh, but there's no need to worry. Mario's here. Mario here will help us out. Is that so? Well, if Mario's on your team, you'll have that coin back in a jiffy. Alright, cool. Not so fast. Take this with you. You'll probably need it. So we gotta pick me up. Oh, we got a free one. That's cool. Let's see. Equipment. I wonder if we have a couple more coins. I think I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna get one of those accessories here. Let's see. I need. How much do I need? I think I'm gonna buy either the jump shoes or the antidote pin. I don't really know what that means. Use jump attacks against any foe. I guess that means that there are some enemies that can't be jumped on. So, like with Mario's jump attack, or maybe like it has no effect on them, but I think maybe this will make there be an effect, so that's kind of useful if that's the case. And there's the antidote pin, which prevents poison damage, which is also useful. I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I guess I'll go with the jump shoes and equip it to Mario, since that's like an accessory specific to Mario, so I might as well get that. Or this one can be used by either of them. like spiky enemies. That's possible, but like I thought you could still jump on spiky enemies in this game. I know in Paper Mario you can't. But I'll probably buy it anyway. So, but I need 30 coins, so I gotta sell a couple things here. Let's see. I think I'll just sell. I'll sell a mushroom. Well, it's only worth 2. You know what? I'm gonna tough through without these accessories. I'll come back for them. Mario, I have something to report, sir. I saw him. He's here somewhere. He just zoomed past me a second ago. Did you see him? Did he look something like this? Why, yes, exactly. He's the one who took my coin. Why didn't you stop him? Yeah, Toad. Because I forgot my bazooka at home. Sheesh, give me a break here. Come back here. Ha ha. You smugs'll never catch me. A snail could outrun you morons. Later. That's him! Hurry, Mario, let's get him! Alright, so that's your prompt for the next level. You have to get that coin back for Mallow. Unfortunately, Mallow's going to be unarmed for a little while, so we'll have to get used to that. Like spiky. But I think it damages you, so the shoes will prevent it. Oh, maybe it does. I can only imagine Mario using a bazooka on an enemy now. Wouldn't that be something? So now we'll head on over to Bandit's Way. There he is. He probably stashed it in that bag. Let's nab him. Are you trying to tail me? Go on home to mommy before you get hurt, kid. Alright, so as I've mentioned before, in these little sections, I'm going to fight at least everyone once, just to kind of get that experience that you get naturally by playing the game. I don't think I'm going to do some heavy grinding just yet. It's still pretty early in the game. But I will initiate every main battle that you come across as you go through the level. As you can see, we also, that's our first battle with the hammer, so now Mario's attack is going to be higher than just unarmed. Makes sense. And you'll know that you timed it correctly because not only do you hear that little sound that tells you you hit it correctly, but also he'll attack twice. As you can see, Mallow's attack isn't as strong, but that wasn't too bad, actually. I thought it was going to be lower. He was able to take out that one enemy on his own, so that's good. I really like the spiny design in this game. Oh yeah, it's really cool, right? It gives him a little more, like, makes him, like, look tougher. Because, like, in any other Mario game, he's just, like, this little dude just kind of walking on all fours. But it looks like, it's almost like he's standing on 2 legs in this game. It's like, you don't want to mess with that spiny. Alright, so we got some experience and some more money. I suppose if I really wanted to, I could go back and buy one of those accessories, but we'll tough it out without it for now. Yeah, it does look like he's standing on 2 legs. Yeah, right there. That's pretty cute. He's got his little gloves on. You can kind of see, like, you know, that there's like a set kind of arrangement of enemies that you fight, and you'll see similar arrangements to those enemies. They mix it up a little bit from time to time, but for the most part, like, the more you grind in the game, you kind of have an idea how much experience you're actually going to earn. Of course, it does go down the more further you level up, too. Then again, it would look like the rest of the Koopas in the game, then except Spiky, but still. So now we're saving at Bandit's Way. That's the name of the level here. I'll go ahead and fight this guy too. Get some more experience. Malon's going to need the experience too because his stats are pretty low. Especially up until when you finally get a weapon he can use. Actually, I don't think we get a weapon for Mallow for some time. I want to say it's not till like the second section of the game. I guess when I say sections, I'm referring to like on the map. So it does take a little while. Health is low, but I think we're going to level up soon. Let's check it out. See, maybe I should heal. Look at our stats. Oh, look, see, Mario's only 1 away. Mallow's only 7 away. I think we could survive with 10 HP. And we cleared all the enemies here. So we'll go ahead and proceed. You couldn't jump to save your life, kid, so I guess this is goodbye. He grabs one of the coins. Is there any way for Mario or Mallow to heal without items? Not yet. Well, Mario can't. But Mallow can later, just not now. So, yeah, so no, not right now. Right now we have to rely on mushrooms. But we're pretty good on mushrooms. And they recover 30 HP, so we'll be okay. We come down here. Now, I think these enemies might respawn infinitely. But I'll fight 2 of them. And then we'll see what happens. If more keep coming out, then I'll just keep on proceeding with the level. The fangs. This group might actually mess me up a bit. But we do have pick-me-ups too, worst case scenario. I'm really playing with fire here. If we can knock out one of these guys, it'll make a big difference at least. Oh, HP max, there you go. Oh, so that is actually another way you can heal. If you kill an enemy and it drops one of those HP maxes, it'll auto heal Mario. So that now you can see he's back at full health. So you do get lucky sometimes in those cases. So even if Mallow dies, we can still save him with a pick-me-up. But I'm gonna not heal him just yet too because he's almost about to level up too. Oh, look, you get a once again, which means you get a double attack. I think there's like another bonus or two. It's probably like, you know, attack up or something, or defense up, or, you know, little things like that. Little, as you mentioned before, buffs that help out. You can also use like the fire orb, might as well. We have magic. I mean, you don't have to, but that's cool. I know there was some kind of star in this place that lets you just kill the enemies without fighting them. Oh, yeah. We're going to be coming across that soon. There is a section up ahead where you get to do that. Those are fun sections because when you use the Starman, like every enemy you kill, you automatically obtain all the money and experience. Well, I don't know about money, but I know for sure you gain all the experience. Mario reached level 4, so we get a nice little HP boost to 5, attack plus 3, defense plus 3, magic attack plus 2, magic defense plus 2. So we get a nice little balance of all these stats. And let's see what the bonuses offer. This only offers us a +1 attack and a +1 defense, so let's see what else. HP. Usually the HP only gives you like a +3. This one gives you a +4, so that's not a bad boost. Of course, we have the magic attack, 19 to 20 or 9 to 10. I'm probably going to go with either the power or the HP. It's a nice little boost, but I kind of prefer Mario just being a little stronger. I think he could manage with the HP we have at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just, Yeah, screw it. Let's just give him power. Even though it wasn't really much of a boost and the HP would have been the best one, I'm content with that. So as you can see, I did enter a fight, and we still have 2 enemies, so they do seem to infinitely spawn. I don't think we can squeeze through here. So we'll have to use these little platforms. I think if you... It helps to like pay attention to the shadow to determine like where exactly you have to jump to grab something. There you go. Oh, that brings you back up here. Sometimes they have hidden items. I always check like corners. Like, I mean, I already know that there's no hidden item here, but if you're brand new and you're actually trying to find all these treasure chests, like it's always good to check out corners and things like that. Oh, you're a persistent bugger, but I'm 100 miles ahead of you. We're actually gonna come this way because I want to say there's an item over here. Oh, never mind. It just takes us the same way. Mallow's gonna level up soon. I just know it. Hey, BGA Plays. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the pond, friend. Now we got a little HP boost. Yeah, the more you kind of like get used, or you get into these levels, the more time you have to spend. Oh, Neo Bahamut 360. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Paper Mario was supposed to be Mario RPG 2. I believe that. And that was the next RPG game anyway. But yeah, I think this game came out towards the end of the Super Nintendo. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was one of the later games, so that makes sense. They were transitioning because Paper Mario came out in '64. Yeah, so that would have been the next major console. Yeah, that makes sense. Haven't played this game in a long time. How about you, BGA Plays? Have you played this game before? Like, have you guys like how familiar are y'all with these games? I'm kind of like running through this, like a little bit of explaining everything, but also not. I don't want to be too overwhelming about it, but especially to those who might have already played it. But I am curious where you guys stand with this game. Let's see, so yeah, we'll go ahead and. I mean, I don't really need to use magic on these guys. Plus, you know, whenever you level up, it's good to kind of just see how much Mario. Like how much stronger Mario actually is. See, that little boost gave us an attack. That was a buff for the attack up. So it doesn't last permanently. It's just for the battle. But you can kind of see how his attack's going to jump up if you attack the same kind of enemy. Although I did destroy the other spiky, so we don't really have much to compare it with. These frogs probably have higher attack and defense than the spikies do. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just going to make that assumption because they are larger enemies and they do seem to take a little longer to take down. I think they have higher HP on them. Mallow reaches level 3, so then we get a nice little boost across the board, all those stats. Let's see. Oh, he learned HP Rain. So there you go, Orfish. There is his healing move. He can heal one character with that, so you don't need to use mushrooms at this point, but you have to give up your flower or your magic to do that. So now he gets a little... Ooh, that's a nice little jump from 24 to 27 attack. I think I'm going to go with that, but let's just compare. So he also gets an opportunity for a +4 HP bonus. And then here he gets an opportunity for a +1 magic and defense. Now generally with Mallow, since he has great magic attacks, I do like to give him magic. But since we're not going to have a weapon for him for a little while, I'm going to go with this nice little boost for the attack, because that's going to be useful since he's going to be unarmed for some time. So I'll go with that for now. BGA Plays says, no, I haven't played this game. I haven't played it, but I've seen a bunch of Let's Plays of this game. Okay, so you're probably familiar with the game overall. Definitely a Super Nintendo classic up there with Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. Yes, very good games. You're gonna probably pull your hair about this, but I've never actually played through most of Final Fantasy VI. I played through a little bit of it, and also Chrono Trigger. I've played very much towards the end, but I never actually completed it either. So I know, heresy, right? Because those are like classics for the Super Nintendo. Believe it or not, as much as I am a huge fan of Super Nintendo, there are still some classic games that I have not yet played. And they're on my list. Like, I want to get to Super Castlevania, I want to get to Super Metroid. I even want to do... I've never really been the biggest Legend of Zelda fan, but I even do want to play Link to the Past at some point. Those will all be basically first playthroughs for me, so that'll be interesting when that time comes. But I can definitely see the appeal in all those games. I can definitely see why they're classics, like why people really enjoy those games. Oh, and then Super Castlevania 4 is another one that I want to get to too. I love this guy. I was gonna sneak up on him, but I just scooted right past him. So I didn't even need to heal up Mallow, because his level up did the work for us. Never completed Final Fantasy VI. I never played Chrono Trigger. Oh, okay, so I don't feel so bad now. I'm not the only one. Chrono Trigger is great. It's really great. They have like multiple endings in that game, and there's just like, it's not even that long of a game if you're just kind of playing it through. But definitely a great one. I'm sure you've probably seen a playthrough of it or something, right? Why is that Goomba armed with a hammer, and how does it hold it? He was armed with, oh, his drop, right? He dropped a hammer. That is silly to think about. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. It's like someone just like strapped a hammer to his back. And then you find his corpse and you say, oh, hey, there's a hammer here. I could probably sell that hammer for more money. Did he really drop a hammer? I wasn't even paying attention. Let me see. Maybe I have it in equipment. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. I missed what you were talking. I missed what you saw, Orphish. Okay, so we're still trying to catch up to this guy. This is the part you were talking about, Orphish. With the, there's a star in one of those things. Yeah, give it up already. That treasure box is tempting, but now is not the time. Alright, so, yeah, you have a bunch of enemies. Of course, these guys are going to respawn. Yeah, let's grab that star. This is actually really fun to do this. I don't remember which box it's in. I think it's this one. Let's find out. Yep, here it is. So for every enemy that we can run into while we have this star, we'll get all that experience. But I didn't actually level up, but I got a ton of experience here. If you look at our stats, Mario only needs 17, and Mallow only needs 13. So as you can see, we just recently leveled up, so now that's going to save us a lot of grinding. So that's good. You know, definitely take the experience boost if you can. Try to kill as many as you possibly can. That's the thing too, you only get one shot at it. You know, if you leave the room and come back, it's not going to regenerate, so it's your one and done opportunity. I think I can make this jump. Oh, well, I'm going to jump right into that guy first, but yeah, we can kind of compare here on these stats. We'll take out this guy because he's going to use his howl attack. which will kind of slow us up a bit. But then these guys shoot out their like jelly juice. I don't remember what it does, but I think it makes them fearful. Let's see. That's okay. They didn't use it anyway. Oh, I didn't time that well. Alright, Mallow, let's try again. I find with this game there are certain like weapons that you equip that are easier to time than others. Just personally, like I feel like the shell is easier to time than the hammer. But that's a later weapon. How much experience do these guys actually give you? I think we'll level up naturally by the next boss fight here, which is coming up soon because we're, as Croco says here, we're at a dead end. Dead end, and they won't give up. I'll just have to hide. Have I played Zelda: Link to the Past? Yes, I have, but honestly, I think I've only beaten the first temple, and then I kind of stopped. But it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying the game. I think that sometimes, like, that's the beauty of streaming for me, is it gives me an opportunity to like sit and play games. You know, because like if I try playing on my own time, I don't always have time outside of streaming to play games. So it's kind of like an extra commitment for me. But if I stream, then I get to, you know, not only stream, but I also get to play something new. So it's on my list. But yeah, I would like to play it someday. He's gone into he's gone into hiding. Let's see if we can sneak up behind him and catch him. I was using the wrong voice for a second. And by the way, Mallow's voice is not set in stone. I still haven't really decided what voice I'm gonna go with. It'll probably change every time. I'm gonna actually like take out all of these enemies, just kind of clear the arena here, because I want to get some experience. It'll be good for Mallow too. He can. Oh look, that's a lucky bonus. I don't think I've showcased this bonus here. So the lucky bonus, at the end of the battle, you get to gamble. So you see we have one experience point and 2 coins. Well, now that we have the lucky, we can double on something. Sometimes it's coins, sometimes it's experience. So if we can, you know, bet it all essentially. Sure, I'll do it. And if you try to find Yoshi, and this is always hard for me to time. I was wrong though. So if you're wrong, you lose all the money that you would have earned for that fight. Now if you're right, you double up on it, and if you get a tie, nothing happens. You kind of just break even. I will sometimes try to double up on experience. Particularly when I'm not really like in the search for more experience, and I'm just kind of like, well, let's see if I could just get a bonus here. But I'll usually double up on coins because I don't need coins most of the time. The game actually gives you a good amount of opportunities to collect coins. So no bonus there, but that's cool. Not too many more enemies left. Alright, so there's your bonuses. We're getting lots of mushrooms. And I think our health is like really good too. So look at all those mushrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10, so we're plenty. Now we only get 2 like screens of inventory. So you know, sooner or later I'm gonna have to either use those mushrooms or sell them for money. And plus, like, if we were out of mushrooms, we can always use Mallow's HP Rain, so we're pretty set as far as healing goes at this point. Look, we got another lucky, so we have another chance to double up on something. Let's see if it's experience this time. 2 and 2. It is experience. We can double up. You know, honestly, I'm going to go for it. And here's the thing, too, is that if you tie, you still break even. So technically, you have a 2 in 3 chance of like nothing bad happening. Okay, we got a tie. So we didn't lose anything. We didn't win anything. We're still set at 2 and 2. That's fine. Yeah, that's my logic on it. Is like, you know, I would still consider a tie a win because you still leave with something. So yeah, it's like a 67% chance of something good happening. I'll give Mallow the weaker enemy since sometimes his attack is a little... It doesn't always come through. There you go, so we got some more experience. How are we doing on leveling up? We gotta be close now. 5 and 1. Yeah, Mallow's about to level up. So this next battle should at least get Mallow there. I'm not sure about Mario. Oh, thank you for the rivet, Neo. Do you prefer Neo or Bahamut? And is Bahamut, that's a reference to Final Fantasy, right? If I'm not mistaken. I know he's a character. Or I know he's like a recurring Aeon or Summon or Esper or whatever. I think the Final Fantasy games tend to mix those up. Mallow reaches level 4. Alright, so there we go. Got a nice little stat boost there. His attack got a +2, defense +3. Yeah, so let's see what our bonuses offer. Not so much of a boost on attack and defense this time. HP, ooh, that's a nice big boost. That's a +6. I haven't seen a boost that high for HP yet. Of course, the magic boost is also important, but Mallow kind of naturally will develop his magic too. So that's a +6 HP boost, and he is lower level than Mario, so let's just even it out. I'm going to give him the HP boost this time. I don't know if I'll do it next time, though. Not for Mallow, because I do tend to like to give him good magic. But that is a nice boost. Now you can see his HP is comparable to Mario. Mario's at 35, he's at 34, so that's pretty good. This guy pops out. I don't remember if he's going to keep on popping out. I think he will. I think we basically covered all the main enemies on in this area before Croco. So I'll just go ahead and I don't know, maybe this will push Mario into the level up status, which would be good right before the boss fight. Not that this boss fight is that difficult. Honestly, there aren't too many boss fights that are super difficult. There are a couple. There's one a little later in the game. Let's see, Mario reaches level 5, so we did get the level up. So there you go, nice little HP boost, of course, attack benefit, defense benefit. Those are all actually going up pretty well. So let's see what they have to offer here. +1 and 1 attack and defense, not so great. This is only a +3, and this one's a +3 on the magic attack. I think actually, you know, I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna use some magic on Croco here, so it's gonna be advantageous for us to do that for Mario. Now everyone's like leveled up, so let's go ahead and fight this boss. I guess this guy does respawn. Alright, so here's the thing about this guy is we have to basically like sneak up on him 3 times. So we got him once. Ha! Your eyes are much faster than your feet. I prefer Bahamut 0, but couldn't pick the name for Twitch, and yes, it's Final Fantasy related. Cool. Bahamut. Or how I don't know, I don't really know. I would ask you how to pronounce it, but then you'd have to put it in writing and the actual pronunciation, so no worries. I think it is Bahamut though, right? Or something like that. Cool, so at this rate, it'll take you 100 more years to catch me. Alright, cool, so I think we have to catch him like 2 or 3 more times. Of course, it's not going to help when he lands right in front of you. What's this? You fools couldn't chase down a pumpkin. We'll be seeing that text of dialogue every so often. Oh, Oh, I actually snuck up on him. Okay, I thought he was going to catch me. Huh. He repeats the same dialogue. At this rate, it'll take you 50 more years to catch me. Let's see if we can... Oh, this guy. Turk Dude! Welcome. Thank you for the ribbit. What's this? Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. I don't even know why I bothered to repeat it. Let's see. Whoa. Hello, my friend. How are you today? I hear pizza's on the menu. Sounds delicious. I could go for pizza. I could always go for pizza. Alright, let's see. We gotta catch this guy. Woo. You again. This is getting old. It'll still take you... Enough! You got me fair and square. I'll give you back your coin. Whoa! Did you really believe me? I was lying! Alright, cool. I'm tired. Pizza was delicious. Ooh, nice. Was it a local chain, or was it like a popular chain, or like a mainstream chain? I was just curious. I always get curious about food, especially since I haven't eaten yet. I always get so hungry. Alright, Fire Orb. So I definitely want to use Fire Orb on this guy because I know he's weak against fire. So we'll go ahead and just basically spam that on this guy until he's dead. Mozzarellas, okay. Yeah, I've never heard of mozzarellas, so maybe it's local, I don't know. Ouch! So there, it's kind of like your little text clue that this guy is weak against fire because he's reacting to it. I haven't shown Thunderbolt. I'll show it once, but it's better to see against multiple enemies. I guess I should have displayed that earlier in this level. This one is a little trickier to time, but like once you know how to do it, it's pretty easy. I actually didn't time it right that time, but that's okay. Croco's dousing a tail fire, so he's pretty much distracted with his tail right now. I never saw one until moving here. I should take a drink of water. My throat is actually dry, so... Nice job, Nightbot. You came at the perfect time. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard of that too, but it sounds delicious. Alright, so we'll hit him again pretty hard here with the fireballs. Now let's see if I can time this better this time with the Thunderbolt. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Maybe it's harder to time with the bosses. Or I probably just haven't figured out the timing yet. I guess we could use honey syrup, but I'd rather Mallow do it. I'm just gonna do a basic attack right now with Mario. He's got the hammer. It's hammer time. All right. Well, I guess I'll just use it. We'll get more honey syrups anyway, so I'm not too worried. And even though he's using it on himself, he's actually using it on the party. That's the thing about magic, is that it's not like one of those things. Okay, you're gonna be right back, Turk. No worries. Yeah, so even though, like, you know, you have magic to be concerned about for each character, you only have to really focus on the team magic, not everyone's individual magic. So even though Mallow just took that honey syrup, it actually benefits Mario. I kind of like that they didn't overcomplicate it. They didn't make everyone have their own set of, like, you know, magic. It definitely would have made those honey syrups and maple syrups, you know, more valuable, but I'm glad they didn't, and they just kind of stuck with the system that they had for everyone sharing the MP. He's doing pretty good damage, but we're pretty well leveled up, so we don't really have to be too concerned about him knocking us out that quickly. Just keep on throwing fire at this guy, and there we go. Give me back my coin, or I'll belt you again. Ouch! I'm gonna pay you back in spades, kid. Go on! Take back your grubby old coin. Adios, amigos! Croco's great. I like Croco. Alright, we got it back! I love how Mallow's just like standing next to Mario because he was positioned there at the end of the dialogue there. Flower tab. Now we can't use the flower tabs during battle. That's the only reason why I didn't use it there. Yeah, we did it. We got Grandpa's coin back. I can finish my errand now. Hey, look at this. That Croco guy left a wallet. Found a wallet. I'm going back to the shop at Mushroom Kingdom. Are you coming? Well, if you'll have me, Mallow. Alright, so this is this little springamabobber. It takes us out of the level. We'll go ahead and do that. Actually, usually it takes you out of the level, but this time it just takes us towards the beginning of the level, so easy escape. Head on down to Bandit's Way. I'm sorry, Mushroom Kingdom. We were just at Bandit's Way. We'll save the game. We'll jump over that guy. And we'll see what happens as we head back to Mushroom Kingdom. Oh! So as you can see, the town looks a little different from, or the kingdom I should say, looks a little different from last time we were here. It is overrun by these dudes, these shy guys. So that's unfortunate. Of course, we'll drop a save. Let's see what this guy has to say. He wasn't standing there before. Was the princess kidnapped by those things outside? Are they a part of this? We will find out on the next Mario RPG. I actually am at basically a good stopping point, and we will transition on Thursday is going to be the next time I'll play this. We will find out Thursday what all this is about. Anyone who wants to stick around for a raid, I'm going to check and see who's online and see who we can visit. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to cut this one out today. I don't want it to go on too long, and I haven't eaten yet, so I actually have some delicious spaghetti waiting. That'll be a nice dinner. So let me see who's on. Okay, so let's see. So I have, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and pass it over. I kind of want to, so this individual was here earlier, and I kind of want to pass it over to them so I can see if I can use a channel redemption on it. So we're gonna stop in. We're gonna shift it to Monster Hunter Rise. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. So thanks, guys. I appreciate anyone and everyone who stopped in, who said hi, or even if you're watching this after the fact. I do try to archive my videos, so I appreciate it, guys. We're going to be rating in about 10 seconds. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a good week, or continuous week. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, and thanks for everyone who stopped by. Y'all take care. We'll see you there. We're going to raid now. Bye-bye.